Welcome to Chapter 3 of 7th grade math. Chapter 3 has a lot of decimals in it. We have been actually avoiding them for a while until now, but here they are, ready for us. So the first problems ask us to name the underlined place and what is the new number if you round to that place. Both of these skills are 5th and 6th grade skills. So they're just a little refresher before we start a couple of strategies down below. For example, I see the red 2 is underlined. And I know that is the tens place. If I'm going to round to the tens place, 7 tells 2 to bump up to 3. And every other place after that turns into a 0. And now you might be thinking, well, you don't have to write 0.000. You are absolutely right. So really you could just write Please pause the video here for a minute and come back to check. You should be checking your answers with mine as we go down the page. Same thing. I changed the numbers after it to zeros, but you might be thinking after the decimal, the 0 doesn't matter, and that is okay too. Hopefully that has refreshed your brain from 5th and 6th grade rounding, because we are going to need that for strategy 1 of estimating. And a lot of people like estimating because you are rounding all numbers to the same place, but notice it does not say what place. So you get to pick. Some people right now might be saying, yes, I'm going to round to the 10th place. And what you should do, especially if you are at home, is underline the place that you picked, because I can't see you. I can only see your paper. And by underlining what place you picked, now I know, I see, oh, Sally picked the 10th place. And then right underneath it, she would round to the 10th place. So Sally has an estimate, and notice my approximate symbol. She has an estimate of 11.2. Now, Johnny might be thinking, Sally, why did you pick the tens place? I want to pick the ones place. And then Sally says, Johnny, it's okay that you pick the ones place and I pick the tens place. We can both pick a different place value. Look how close our answers are. And now, if they weren't very close, one of them or both of them should be suspicious, like, ooh, maybe I made a mistake somewhere. But these two are so close, both of them can be okay. Next box. Another example. Pause, underline the place value you would like, and then estimate. Go. One thing with estimating, don't be afraid to do a side problem. You know that I'm not great at mental math, and I tried to do that in my head, and it didn't go very well. Oh, thank goodness. A side problem totally helped me out. So, our first strategy for estimating, pick the same number on both numbers, underline that number, round to that place, and then add or subtract. Strategy 2 is called front-end estimation. And actually, for front-end estimation, it's easier to stack the numbers. Because when it says add the front end digits, that means the whole numbers, anything to the left of the decimal. So I'm just going to add those like usual. Part 2, round and add the end digits. So this would be the decimal part. This doesn't have a dollar sign, but anytime I see decimals, any time, my brain goes to money. So 59 cents I have jingling in my purse, when really it would be easier to have 60 cents, less coins. 28 cents is probably easier to have 30 cents. So that would make 90 cents. Part 3, combine the two parts. So my estimate, make sure you put the about sign, 53.90. And you might be thinking, you don't need that zero. You're right, I don't. Is there anything wrong with leaving it there? Nothing. Leave it if you want. Erase it if you want. Second example, you're thinking about making some soup. Maybe it's vegetable soup, beef and broccoli soup, whatever it is. You go in and you see a sign that carrots are $2.71. Peppers, ooh, this is going to be a spicy soup. $1.73. Broccoli, 110. Add the front just like it is, 4. Round the end a little bit. 10 cents, I'm just going to leave like 10 cents. And 73 cents could kind of go two ways. Some people might not mind having 75 cents. Other people might say, nope, I'm following the rules, 70 cents. You pick. Add this up. First mistake number 1 that 7th graders make. They don't carry the 1. We have over $1 here, people. We have over $1. Technically, there was a bunch of zeros right here. 7, 7, 1, 15, carry the 1. Second mistake 7th graders make. They just smushed it together. Well, no, because 4 plus 1.5 is not 41.5. 4 plus 1.5, we're estimating that we're going to need about $5.50 for these veggies. Third option is called clustering. Clustering, the definition, sounds a lot trickier than it actually is. Pause if you need more time to write the definition. Pick the closest number to all the terms and then multiply by the amount of terms. Well, let's break this down a little bit. What are all 3 of these numbers close to? The nicest number you can think of. I think of 80. The amount of terms, there are 1, 2, 3. 80 times 3. I'm going to estimate that this is about 240. Did you see I changed that equal sign to an estimate sign? Second example. Some people have a phone called pay-as-you-go phone. So they only pay for how much they use it. And if they haven't used it for a couple days, then it's not going to cost them anything. So this one says in May, it cost $15.35. In June, $16.05. July, $14.90. August, $15.05. So I'm noticing that all 4 of those months are really close to 15. How many months was it? 4. So I'm estimating that I have spent about $60 in those 4 months for my pay-as-you-go phone. That's worth it if you're someone who's not on your phone a lot. Maybe you have a grandma or grandpa in that situation. Probably not worth it for you who likes to be on your phone 24 hours a day. You probably need a different plan. When you turn to today's worksheet, a couple questions give you the choice. Would you prefer to use clustering? Would you prefer to use front-end estimation? Would you prefer to use estimating first? A couple other problems say you will use this strategy on this problem. You will use front-end estimation. Probably a good idea to leave your notes out while you're working on the worksheet so you don't forget the strategy. You can refer back to it. After you've done that, don't forget to submit it, and then you have a wonderful day. Adios, amigos.